Hello, hello, my beautiful souls. All right, so I have decided, because I haven't done this in a while, I want to tap in, which I've already connected to, the collective unconscious. Because as you know, some of you might know, some of you might, our subconscious is working 95% of the time, therefore, the conscious is only working 5%. So, what does that mean, you ask? All right, so what we have been taught from the ages 0 to 7, our brain is in a state that is called theta state, which is the hypnotic state. That's why when they say kids are like sponges, they are not being funny, they are being for real, because whatever they absorb in them years is what becomes the program, aka the subconscious pattern, right? So, when I like to tap in here because this could be something that you think is just normal and you're like, oh, I've always been this way. Yeah, but it's because it's a subconscious program and you might have been trying to change your ways and you're like, why can I not? Because you have the conscious thought of, yes, I'm going to change them, but you haven't connected it to the subconscious. Yes, our brain is like a computer. Yes, we can reprogram it. So if you have been wondering, how can I get out of all this repetitiveness? How can I get myself unstuck from this Groundhog Day? Well, then this message is for you. All right, so first thing first, the only thing that I've gotten out was your inspirational quote. And I love that this one came out. So what I do to get this is I use a deck and I shuffle and then I flip a card. Whatever card comes out becomes the number I go to, therefore becomes the message. It was 10. 10 is completion, right? So this is all about closing a chapter down. And literally the message is the way you speak to yourself matters. Oh, does it so? Because why do you think they call words spelling? Not for just nothing. It's because there's very much meaning behind it. What you say matters. Words are spells. So be careful how you talk to others, but more importantly, be careful how you talk to yourself. But even when you're talking to others, the subconscious only knows you. So be mindful. Why do you think the golden rule, do unto others as you want done to you, is so powerful? Because everyone is a reflection, a mirror. We are all connected, and the subconscious only knows who? You. So when you speak to others, the subconscious hears that and takes that internally. So be mindful of the way you talk to yourself and others. All right, now that we got, wow, okay, so I'm taking that because did you see how that flipped out? Anyway, this is my crystal deck. I always use this deck to get the subconscious energy. And you can't even play. I've already pre-shuffled everything anyway, so here we go. You got Tektite. Who needs it? I hail from a star in Orion's belt, people. Those currently overburdened by resentments. When to use it? When gravity feels extra heavy and it's time to initiate launch sequence and blast off. When you're bored with Earth life and want to expand your intergalactic horizons, raise your vibration. Yes, so your subconscious is like, come on now. What are we doing? Yeah, we're having this human experience, but also we're spiritual beings. Like, let's go. Let's live life. Why are we looking at the past? Why are we having resentments? The past is the past. It's over. The present is the gift. Because once you become present, then in the moment, like right now, presently, you're listening to me. You're getting this message. That's all that matters because that's this present moment. Not what you looked at before you turn this on and not what you're going to look at after. Right now, it's this moment and that is it. When you start changing the lens of life like that, like, oh, okay, in this moment, 444 on the timer, in this moment, this is what matters. And if it's hard to get there, this is a technique and tool that I use. If you're like caught up in your head and you're thinking about the past, having regrets, resentments, whatever it is, right? Just nostalgic. And it's okay to go in the past. Remember what I say. Just make sure you're using the lens you use now, that you perceive the world today, not the ones of what had happened to you. And if you're the opposite, you're way future thinking, you stay overthinking in your head because you have an anxiety about what's going to happen in the future is going to come regardless. We can't anticipate. We just have to be present, right? So, enough rant about that. That's what the subconscious energy is saying. And when you're like that, when you're present and you just let things happen, you flow and you change that perspective to, it's not happening to me, it's happening for me. Then that is how you raise your vibration. And then what? Once you raise your vibration, your frequency is your address. Then that is what you will call into you. That is what you will see in the external world. Because we attract who we are, not what we want. All right, so that's the energy. Let's see what the message is for my beautiful soul. Subconscious message. Whoo, I don't know about y'all, but my crown chakra is itching. It's on fire. I'm tapped in and tuned in. Yes, your subconscious says passion and pleasure. Savor your life. Literally, what are those? Gypsies. Hello, they live in the moment. They travel the world. I'm not saying that's what you got to do, but that makes them happy. That makes them who they are. They are, in other words, gypsies are them unapologetically. They don't care what people think about them because believe me, people are going to talk whether you do or you don't. And they're going to talk about gypsies and say, oh my God, they're this and they're that. And let them, guess what the gypsies are saying? They don't care, because what people got to say about you 99% of the time is a projection of what they wish they could be doing themselves or what they wish they had inside of them. So don't let people's words affect you. Stop taking things personally. And I know it's easier said than done, but when you start moving like that in life, you'll find out that you'll enjoy it even more. So your subconscious message is savor your life. Literally. Have fun, dance. Maybe some of y'all need to just get out of your, I don't know. I feel like back to the beginning when I was talking about the Groundhog Day, the hamster wheel. It's time to get off the hamster wheel and get some passion and pleasure. Go dance, put some music on, whatever. You don't have to go anywhere. It's literally, okay, thank you, Spirit. Let me give my example. When I'm in a rut and my energy feels low and I'm just like, what? And I used to just try to dissect it. That's the Virgo in me. I wanted to know why it's there, where it came from, where did it originate from, and what can I do? I don't do that anymore. You know what I do? Because I've already done all that work. So once you've done it and you've owned it and you've integrated it, now instead, because I'm still going to go through the runs, it's not going to be abracadabra and I'm just this integrated, holy whatever. No, this is the everyday lifestyle that I choose to do when I open my eyes. So when I get like that, I put music on because I love music. Every genre, all genres. I love to sing, I love to dance, and it puts me in a different mood, aka it raises my vibration. So that's what the subconscious is saying. Watch funny movies. Be mindful of what you put into your five senses, because that dictates your mental, your emotional, and then manifests into your physical body, whatever you're doing with your five senses. So savor your life. We come here for the experience. We came here to be human and enjoy the human experience. Yes, we're spiritual too, but we also are having this experience. We're always going to be spiritual. We're always going to be a spirit. We're always going to be a soul, but we're only here for that much here on earth to enjoy and experience life. So let yourself do that. That's why you came. All right. Put you some music on. Put you some comedy. Call that friend that makes you laugh. Or if you're one that likes to joke, call somebody and just start talking and y'all just get to clown and reminisce and whatever. See, that kind of nostalgic, that's good. Like, girl, remember when we used to Or, boy, remember when, let's see what the challenge is. Oh, we have denial. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. Oh, yeah, you can use that as an affirmation. So a lot of you are in denial. You're like, oh, my life is great. I'm okay. I'm good. And you wear this mask. This mask, like you go to work and you're like, because I know, you know how I know? I'm not judging. I'm not saying, ooh, look at you. You know how I know about this mask? Because I used to have this mask for 39 years. More than one, just different masks. And I would have to go to work and I would have to perform. I would have to be that Angela that everybody expected me to be. And then boom, 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 boom. And it was draining. It was exhausting. And then I had to be mom, which I'm always going to be a mom. But now my kids are grown. I have grandkids. But still, it's exhausting. And that's what it is. Some of y'all are like, oh, this mask. Well, what do you need to do? This is what I've been doing for 6 years. Start peeling away. Your subconscious is like, look, there's more to life than these masks that you've worn. There's more to you than what people say or think of you. There's more to you that is at the core. But a lot of you are scared to own that. And you're denying yourself. Your soul is like, this is all subconscious. Subconscious means your soul, your spirit, the true you, your moon sign, the you before you were taught who to be, the you before you were given a name, the you that came here to experience life. That is what is being asked of you. All right, so I am using this deck because it's my tarot of dreams. So since we're talking about the subconscious, I figured, hello, dreams are the unconscious. Let's see, situation. Oh yeah, look at that, Ace of Pentacles, an opportunity for something new. Look, brand new day. That is what you have, an opportunity for something new. Bottom of the deck is the Page of Coins. That's all about learning. Learning, that's what you're doing. But what it is you're unlearning, then you're relearning. You're unlearning what you've been taught to relearn what resonates with you. Because first of all, it was taught to us by our parents. That's what they believe because it was probably taught by their parents, etc., so on and so on. Same with social, same with other people. So now it's time to decide, okay, this is what I was taught, and then set with it. Do I still resonate with it? Some of it, yes. Some of it, no. All right, then. Unlearn the stuff that doesn't resonate and then relearn. And when I say resonance, that's a feeling. You'll know by your feeling. And that's why, see, that's what's going on. Your consciousness is like, once you raise your vibration, people and things start falling out of your life. And you think, what? Why is this happening? It's not happening to you. It's happening for you. Let's see what the challenge is. Ooh, Cancer energy with the Chariot. What's he doing? Moving forward. That's your challenge. Moving forward. That's it. Moving forward. Your challenge is because you've been stuck. Remember I said stuck in a rut? Meaning, yeah, maybe every day you moving. I don't mean physically like you sit on your couch and don't go nowhere. No, I mean you keep repeating Groundhog Day, Groundhog Day. That's the challenge, is being stuck. Not moving forward. And look at that Tree of Life at the bottom. That's an extra card. There's like 5 extra cards in here, and this is one of them. You're stuck. You're stuck in this life, right? Because your challenge is actually understanding. The Tree of Life is understand. Oh, wow, look, the Hermit. This is all about what I'm talking about. Going within, peeling the layers, Virgo energy. We'll take that right there, too, because that's your challenge. Your challenge is you're stuck in this cycle of you think this is how your life has to go, but you really have a path. So then your challenge is to go within and learn that path. Some of you Could be learning your numerology, your astrology. This is just tools that are used to learn to know thyself. So that's your challenge, is doing that. Let's see what your action and advice, which this is actually action and advice too. But, you know, let's just see. Action and advice. Oh, 5 of Swords. Yeah, check it out. Okay. So this is why I choose decks. Because usually in the 5 of Swords, there's like 2 other people there, and the person has like 2 swords, and the other swords are grounds, like a war. But this war here, there's 1 person. And what does she have? The Ace of Swords. I don't know if it's a she or he. I'll say she. But the 4 swords are down. What is 4 swords? That's the healing of the mind. So you were like it's like putting the nail in the coffin. I'm healing my mindset. Remember I talked in the beginning about reprogramming? That's the action and advice, is to reprogram that mind, because swords are thoughts. And then once you do that, what do you have? What is he holding? The Ace of Swords, which is your truth, speaking your truth, unapologetically, being you. That's what's being asked. Heal the mind, free your mind, and the rest, thank you. Free your mind, and the rest will follow. That is what is being asked. Let's see the potential outcome if my beautiful souls do the work. What happens when they rewire? Hello. Oh, I don't know. They'll be healed. Star energy, Aquarius energy. This is all about healing, wish fulfillment, hope. What are they healing? Oh, the wounds. This is the wounded warrior. Look how he looks like, man, I'm just tired. Yeah, I bet you are. It's exhausting. It's exhausting being in denial. It's exhausting having to live a life of who you really aren't, of what other people expect of you not owning who you are, of you wearing the mask. And look, he put the helmet down. Yes, that is the outcome. You will put all the masks down, and you will have that one wand. See, these other wands are who you've been for other people, because you thought that's who you were supposed to be. This wand is your truth. Just like that Ace of Swords is your truth. And you took the mask off and you're like, you know what? I'm finna do for me. And that's where the healing begins. Because guess what? Aquarius energy twice. And let me tell you what Aquarius is. The rebel. We're in the age of Aquarius. Aquarius sees the masses going this way. Aquarius is like, nope, I want to go that way. They're the rebel. Not in a bad way, like we ain't trying to cause a revolution, meaning they are critical thinkers. They're innovators. They think for themselves. Nobody tells them what to do. Now, like I say, not in a bad way. This is in a healed way, an evolved way, not an egotistical or arrogant kind of way. It is in a healed way. This is beautiful. I love this. I'm so glad I decided to do this. I have not done this in a while, the subconscious energy, but I felt called to. I was like, I'm not getting on camera. I was like, I'm just going to tap in and see what's happening. I'm trying to get my Keepers of the Light. I feel like that's who needs to close this out. I feel like that's who's got the message to end this beautiful, beautiful reading here. All right, let's see for my beautiful souls. Who's coming through with the Keepers of the Light? Yeah, look at Buddha. I love me some Buddha. Buddha is my dude, for real. All right, who's coming through that's got the message for you? Yes, Green Tara. Supreme protection. You are protected. Cords are being cut. Move beyond limitation and trust. Did you hear that? Cords are being cut. To where, you ask? To your past. To your tree of life. Like maybe you've been like, look, well, this is what my people taught me. Do. Them cords are being cut. Why? So you can be free. And then you're like, well, I don't know if I can do this, and am I capable? You're protected. Supreme protection. That is divine protection. And it says move beyond limitation. Yeah, the limitations in your mind that has you saying, I can't do that. The denial of who you truly are at a soul level. This is beautiful. And then trust. They're asking to trust. Have faith that all will be well. Why? Because all is already well. That could be your mantra. All is well. All is always well in my reality. There you go. 2020 on the timer. You know what? All is always well in my reality. That's what you need to start speaking every day. In my reality, all is always well. Hello. All right, we're going to read about Green Tara. It says, you are safe. Protection is all around you. The worst is behind you, and you are ready to move beyond the challenges that were set out for you. Cords are being cut between you and your past so that you can feel energetically clear and aware. Don't worry about recalling fearful experiences. They aren't going to be recreated now. Just acknowledge them and leave them behind so you can step into a space of spiritual and personal freedom. Free bird, hey. Green Tara has placed a force field of complete love and acceptance around you. She is here to tell you that you no longer need to build up walls around your heart and that it's safe to trust what you feel and who is in your life today. Hello. It is safe to trust what you feel. Remember, feel, not logically, feel. Because that's how you're going to know. Pay attention to the people in your life. How do you feel once you have interacted with them? Do they drain you or do they uplift you? That's how you know who is meant to be in your life. And it's got right now, that's what's happening. Cords are being cut. People, remember I told you once you start working on yourself, hermit, and you raise your vibrations, people will automatically fall out of your life that are not meant to go, that are not of the same vibration. It's not personal, it's vibrational. That's what it is. This is so beautiful. Okay, one last thing I'm going to do so I can put for the caption is get an angel. Ooh, it was just 2222. Yes, 22 is my life path. 22 was my sister that passed life path. 22 is the master builder. This is why I do what I do. I'm here to bring the spiritual down and teach it in a practical way. Hence all the Virgo in my chart. That's why I try. That's why when I do my readings, I'm not only just telling you and trying to make it sound gibberish. I'm actually explaining each card and each meaning because I'm here to teach as well. So you're not just like, I have no idea. Am I taking? Oh, that was 2. But interesting, that was bravery. It takes courage. This ain't for everybody. Oh, I see what's at the bottom of the deck. See, that's 2. I don't want the 2. I did see mindfulness, though. I believe that 2713. They keep giving me 2. Just 1, please. It's coming. Is that 2 again? No, that's like 5. All right, let me shuffle. Ooh, 222. 1 card, please and thank you. This one's gonna be good. Oh, Lord. Okay, it's 2, but then, and look, it done fell. It's 2, and I'm taking them both. Because, hello, were we not talking about purpose? 7-7. Sanctuary, 616. Because why? And look, both crescent moons. Hello. Sanctuary, meaning you have to make your own sanctuary. When this journey begins, the purpose of it is to find your sanctuary. And then once you find your sanctuary, that's where you do the work. So that's what's being asked from your subconscious. It's like, look, it's time to go in. We have a purpose here. And everybody, that's the thing. Everybody always asks, what's my purpose? What's my purpose? Your purpose is to have this human experience. and remember who you are. Like, enjoy life, enjoy the experience, put on the mask, wear them, entertainment, right? And then when you get to a certain phase in your life, that's when the questions start coming out. Is this all there is? And then boom, it's time to go within. See the hermit, eyes closed, because the answers are within. Even all of this, you already know this. You're here for confirmation. Well, here's your confirmation. It's time to find your sanctuary, and with that, you'll find your purpose. When the soul is ready, the purpose appears. That's how it goes. So this sanctuary is what's going to be the message. All right, my beautiful souls, that's what I have. I hope this helped uplift, heal, inspire. As always, love and light.